Joey Logano, on the other hand, is very likely, even though he's in the round of 4, he's probably the least likely to win the championship.
May win the battle, but he ain't win the damn war.
That's it?
Yeah.
So he's not going to get there. He's not going to win the championship.
He ain't.
In his first ever Cup Series championship, it's Joey Logano who wins.
The 2018 NASCAR season is over. How's it going, guys? I know I didn't make the race review last night. If you didn't know, I was at Homestead, and it was drive back, and I was tired. I actually could have made it last night, but I decided to wait and just do it today. Let the night soak in, let the experience soak in. Before we start, like anything, I just want to say huge thanks to a few people that I really need to thank. First of all, 704 Games. They gave me the opportunity to even go to Homestead. They had their esports finale or championship race at Homestead as well. I went to go check it out with their esports arena and everything, and we're gonna have a few years with 704, and we're gonna continue to improve the multiplayer experience. But so far, for the first time that I've seen the esports in the NASCAR industry, it is improving. It is a good start, and hopefully, we keep going towards that direction. I think Hunter, I don't remember his last name, but Hunter was the guy who won the $10,000. So congratulations to you, man. And yeah, I think it was a good experience. Fans were there, kids were there, and they enjoyed the experience. And I think it has a lot of potential for the future. So huge thanks to 704 for even giving me the opportunity to go to Homestead. And then huge thanks to Ruben. I know you're watching this, Ruben, and your father. You guys have been just so helpful to me, both at Daytona and at Homestead. And it's just me and Rodolfo. We appreciate it so much, and I can't thank you guys enough. Hopefully I'll be in Orlando to do some go-kart racing with you guys. I know you'll kick my ass because I suck at go-karts, but hopefully I can get down to Orlando to do that. So again, huge thank you to you guys, 704, Ruben, and everyone, and your father as well. Just thank you so much. And thank you to you guys as well, because I wouldn't be in this position to be able to go to Homestead and experience what I experienced if it wasn't for you. Because if it wasn't for you, I don't know 704 Games, I don't know Ed and everyone there, and I don't meet some of the people that I was very excited and eager to meet there as well. I don't meet Ruben. He doesn't know who I am because you guys don't support the channel, and it all kind of intertwines and everything, and so I have to do again a huge thank you to you guys as well. Just because like the last 2 NASCAR races I've been to, which is in July at Daytona and Homestead, I've had some crazy experiences I never thought that I would have at a NASCAR race. So definitely really awesome, and I can't thank you guys enough. Now that the cliches thank you is over, I'm serious though. You can't make a thank you without making it sound cliche over the internet, because it's the right way to do it. What do you want me to tell you guys? I hate you? I'm not gonna do that. But now let's talk about Homestead, Miami. Now, I just want to put a warning that when you watch a race live, as some of you know, it's definitely different than watching it on TV. You see it from a different perspective. And so I was there live watching it, and it was... In the first few stages, I thought there was not much happening. I mean, the 4 championship drivers were near each other. They were all running up towards the front. Homestead is still a wonderful track with the choosing the lanes, and the racing is great. I would say if I was a driver, the first 2 stages are probably fantastic because, I can, really use car control and all that. But as a fan watching, it was a little bit, I guess... lackluster, just a tiny bit. I don't know what I wanted more from it. It just didn't feel like there was a lot of action going on other than just choosing your line and trying to, control your car. That's what it felt from, being there. I don't know what it felt for you guys, but that's just what it felt from being there. And I kind of wanted more from it, but, we did have the 4 drivers that were there, running in the top 5 most of the time. So that was good, and Larson are on the high line. I mean, Larson, I could just watch him do the high line all day long, and so he was my pick to win the race as well. So watching him do what he was doing, that was pretty nice. But early on in the race, it was Kevin Harvick who qualified, pretty far back. I think it was like 11th place or something like that, and he drove up to the lead, I think, in stage 1. And so he was really fast using the bottom lane. There was a new right side tire that Goodyear brought that I think brought the bottom lane more into effect this year than it has in previous years at Homestead. I don't know if that was a positive or a negative. I feel like it was a positive because, the bottom wasn't OP. It's just that you can make your car work on the bottom. As Larson showed in the race as well, if you make your car work on the top, that's probably the fastest way you want to go. So just in previous years, I felt the high line and was just a little bit more dominant. But again, I don't know if that really played into whether I liked that or not. It's very minuscule detail there. But Harvick was leading. Logano was fast on short runs. Larson was running the top. And that's mostly what I got from the first two stages. Where I feel like the race picked up was the final stage, and I think you started the final stage with, the top four being in the top four positions. But right after the restart, there was a good battle maybe for like a few initial laps, and then they kind of spread out again, and not really a lot of side-by-side racing. I think the thing was the drivers had really different cars. I mean, Truex was great on the long run, Logano was great on the short run. It kind of took time for the battles to kind of come forth. So for me, the best part of the race was, I think it was right before green flag pit stops when Truex was running down Logano. And Kyle Busch had a lot of issues. He was towards a little bit further back. Number one, the car wasn't as good as it should be, but number two, his pit crew was just letting him down over and over again, and that was just not something that's normal from the 18 pit crew. So he was kind of out of the running in terms of being the favorite. It was Logano and Truex with Harvick right behind trying to run them down. And Harvick was not showing the most strength. It was really between, those two, Logano and Truex, which is nice because you had the Martinsville thing that happened. And so that was the best part of the race for me, is when Truex was running down Logano, when he was able to get around Logano on the bottom lane and kind of then check out. And then green flag pit stops ensue. Kyle Busch decides to just run it all the way because that's the strategy he needs to run. And Truex, Logano, and Harvick, I feel, all did a pretty good job with their strategies. Once Harvick pitted, I think Truex and Logano came down right as well. But Truex lost a lot of time on pit road. He had a big lead on Logano heading in, but the pit crew did not have that great of a pit stop. And I think it was something with the jack, but I'm not exactly sure. Again, when you're at the race, you can't really tell. But I think watching from replays and stuff, something happened with the jack, and he lost the ground. He ended up coming out behind Logano. And then Truex's car, again, on the short run, it takes time to get going. So he loses a little bit of ground before he can get back going. Harvick is able to overtake Logano on green flag pit stops. Meanwhile, Kyle Busch is just chilling there. He's chilling out in the lead, waiting for the caution. I think that was the best part of the race for there, because I felt like we were really coming to a good end with, can Logano run down Harvick? Can Harvick hold on? And then you knew Truex was going to that car was going to kick in. And that's when he started running down Logano, trying to pass Logano, and then trying to run down Harvick, all with Kyle Busch in the lead. When the big caution comes out for Brad Keselowski getting into Daniel Suarez, I think it was Keselowski was battling Bowyer for position, and two lap cars, Suarez was one of them. They kind of just not enough room on the track, and Suarez goes for a little slide. I wouldn't say a spin. NASCAR was very quick to throw the yellow. They threw it when he got straightened out. It was probably the right call, because when you saw he got straightened out, the right front tire or the right rear tire, I think it was the right front tire that locked up, popped, and then debris came out on the racetrack. I'm just saying NASCAR threw the caution very quickly, which was a little bit odd, but it was the right call because, that tire comes apart, there's debris on the track, and you have to throw the caution. Kyle Busch gets what he gets, or what he needs, and then Kyle Busch comes down pit road. The pit crew does a great job, gets him out in front, but the car is just not good enough. And this restart was really what I was looking forward to, because you had the top four in the front two rows. Anything could have happened, and Kyle Busch just immediately loses the lead, which is a little bit odd from someone so good on restarts, but it showed all race his car was just not there, and that's unfortunate for that 18 team. So Truex takes over the lead, and then here comes Logano. Logano with that short run car is going to probably and likely run down Truex at this point. It just depends on how he would make the pass, and he made the pass pretty quickly in turn one, I think it was. And he made a stick, and he just drove around the outside of Truex, and that was that. And Joey Logano would go on to the end and secure his first NASCAR Cup Series title. There were some other good stories in the race, but I think everyone was really focused on the top four. I know one quick shout-out should go to Matt Kenseth. He finished 6th. I think Eric will be pretty happy about that. So I think that might be his last race, too. The fact that he's finishing 6th in that Roush Fenway car is just Yeah, that's pretty good. But Joey Logano wins the title. He celebrates with the team. He wins the championship, and then I go on Twitter and things were a little bit feisty going on there. But Logano is your 2018 NASCAR champion. In this playoff format, that is 5 different champions in 5 years. This is somewhat kind of what NASCAR wanted to accomplish after Jimmy Johnson did 5 in a row. And a lot of fans were complaining then about 5 in a row. So this format works for what they want. I think the final race with 4 drivers, I'm going to save my thoughts on all this because I have not just one, but a few videos I want to make during the offseason about everything racing-wise, format, stuff like that. Nothing negative, just format stuff and that stuff. Because it's just, from what I'm seeing on Twitter, is a lot of people are upset with deserving, and I'm just going to quickly say this. Logano's deserving. He won the race. He won the championship in the format that it is. He had the most points during the playoffs. He had the most top 5s and top 10s during the playoffs as well in that 10-race span. So even if you had the old Chase format, he probably still would have won the championship, and so he deserves it. It's just the fact that how he deserves it or how he won it in this format with a 1-race winner shootout is just it doesn't. It's NASCAR trying to create a Game 7 moment that doesn't feel like a Game 7 moment. I was in the garage area. Everyone was kind of calm. There wasn't really a lot of tension going on. It just didn't feel like a Game 7 moment. Nothing felt like urgency. And so I think it's because, even the drivers that lose out on the championship, I think Kevin Harvick put it out best. He's like, I won 8 races. It's pretty good, right? Like, it actually doesn't even hurt as much to lose a championship when you've done so well during the season. And one race that comes along and it's kind of like, I didn't have the car. That's Kyle Busch's point. I didn't have the car to win, but I did fantastic. Had the best driver average since 2007 out of anyone. And, it's kind of like, what's the championship really worth now? That's just my quick thoughts on that, but we'll talk a lot more about it later on. And my format that I've thought about really long and hard, I've asked a lot of people about, where I think it takes the best of 3 worlds. There's like the old Winston format, the Chase format, and then the playoff format. There's like 3 of them that you have to try to merge together to make everyone happy, and I've been thinking about that a lot, so I'm going to share that with you guys later. But let's go to the race results for Homestead Miami Speedway. Logano wins the race, Truex in second, Harvick, Kyle Busch in third and fourth. That's what NASCAR wants. They want their top 4, the championship, to finish top 4 in the race because the focus is really on them. Brad Keselowski finishes in 5th. Matt Kenseth, like I said earlier, fantastic run. Great job to him. Chase Elliott in 7th. I didn't really see him all race. He was quiet. Clint Boyer in 8th. Eric Almirola 9th, and Kurt Busch in 10th. I mean, you could say that for pretty much everyone 5th on below, is that they were quiet because everyone was focusing on the top 4. At least I was. I mean, I don't know what it was on TV. I'm guessing TV probably was focusing on the top 4 as well. I wonder if they gave anything to Matt Kenseth. I don't know if they did. So, good run for Kenseth. Austin Dillon in 11th. I'm telling you, he keeps finishing in this like 10th to 11th area. That car is really all that's got. Austin Dillon's done a great job in the second half of the season to finish, where that. I think him, Chase Elliott, Matt Kenseth, these guys over the last half of the season have been fantastic with the equipment that they have been given, so they deserve huge amounts of credit. Denny Hamlin in 12th. He goes his first winless season in, I think, since his rookie year or something like that, or I don't know. Did he go his rookie season without winning? I thought he won in his rookie season, but I don't know. But it's been a long time. His streak is snapped, along with Jimmy Johnson as well, who finished in 14th. Kyle Larson finished in 13th. After a flat right front tire for when he hit the wall. He was running the high line, made a mistake, hit the wall, cut the tire. So Larson goes winless in this season as well. And that is something that was unexpected. But I think, as I've been saying and what I believe, Larson gets more than what the equipment is given to him. He is a fantastic driver. I think sometimes he pushes a little bit too hard because he knows he has to. I think, if you put him in like an SHR car, I'm just saying, he has a better chance of having a really good car and being able to do something with it. But he was running the high line. He made a driver mistake getting into the wall, and he was pushing hard, and he goes winless for the season. He has to improve. He does make a few mistakes here and there, but I still think Larson's one of the best drivers in the garage area. I think we all know that. Ryan Newman in 15th, Ricky Stenhouse Jr. in 16th, Blaney, McMurray, Allmendinger, and Reagan round out the top 20. Jamie Mack and AJ Allmendinger. I'm not sure if Jamie Mack ran his last race in Cup. He might be able to get a ride. I haven't really heard much about that. I know he's not going to be in the 1 car next year. And Allmendinger probably ran his last Cup ride as well. So shout outs to them. And quick note about Ryan Blaney. He finished the 17th, but my day was made when I was picking up my credentials and I just saw him at the tent. He was with a few people and just chilling, having a mug in his hand, like some coffee or something, yawning, stretching, 9 a.m. in the morning. It's a really relaxed day at Homestead, I'm telling you. So when you see like the mullet and everything, it's like, yeah, that's a Blaney. Cool guy. And then the rest of your results, Bubba Wallace in 21st, Ty Dillon 22nd, and then you can carry on down there. To be honest, I have no idea what happened to any of these guys. Why is William Byron in 24th? I don't know. I wasn't really paying attention back there. Alex Bowman, Daniel Suarez had some pretty poor runs, and that was that. And shout out to the OGs, Kyle Weatherman and Tanner Berryhill. Again, I really don't know who you guys are, but congrats being on the Cup Series. Good job to you. Good luck next year in 2019. And that is that. The 2018 season is over. Again, the race to me was nothing special. It was a good race. I just don't think it was anything special. It's like a 7, 7 out of 10. I think there was maybe a little bit more excitement that could have been drawn. I just don't think the format brought I don't know. When they say Game 7 moment, it just didn't feel like a Game 7 moment. I didn't feel like I was Spider-Man when I was playing Spider-Man. I didn't feel like Batman when I was playing Batman. So I didn't feel like a Game 7 when I was in the NASCAR championship race. For those of you that got that joke, good job. Shout out IGN, love you. But now it's going into the off season. Again, I'm gonna have a few videos where I talk about different things, about where I think the sport can improve. It will be criticism, but don't worry, I'm not gonna be screaming from the rooftops about hate and nonsense. Just criticism, and I have legitimate ideas where I think, if implemented, would help. Would it make everyone happy? No. It's literally impossible to make everyone happy. But I think it would be a good compromise especially with the format. 3 of the formats, the old format, the chase format, and the playoff format. If we can kind of blend those 3 together and just not manufacture a Game 7 moment, but provide a fair, competitive, full of integrity championship battle with a deserving winner. So if you win like 8 races in the season, you collect a lot of points, you should have a legitimate high chance, not a 25% chance, but a high chance at winning the championship at season's end. And I think there's something that we can do to get that there. So comment down below what you thought of Homestead, what you think of the format, what you think of the race itself. Things that I didn't talk about. Again, I wasn't, didn't see the race on TV, so you guys get fed a lot more information. So, I actually do feel, privileged to have the races on TV because, it sometimes is easier to know what's going on there. But anything like that, comment down below. And again, thank you guys for all the support. Thank you, Ruben, your father. Thank you, Ed, Martin. Thank you, 704, everyone there. And thank you guys for having me out at Homestead. Really appreciate it. And again, thank you guys as well. I will see you guys later. Hope you're having a great day. If you like the video, make sure you like button. If you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe. Heading into the off season, don't worry, you can have a few videos, but enjoy the off season. And then the 2019 package. Oh boy. I'll see you guys later. Peace.
I can't change. Even if I tried, even if I wanted to, and I can't change. Even if I try, my love, she keeps me warm.